Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from mpiinvest.com. Well, if you look at the market yesterday, it was totally, of course, volatile. I mean, I don't really have to tell this nowadays. Volatility has become part of the market, so it's there every day. So that was there yesterday also. But yesterday, as soon as the market opened, we could see the market falling big, and from there, a continuous rally to close above the day's high, and that was something really good. So this actually shows the confidence in investors, especially the institutions, where they have actually gone ahead and bought whenever the market has fallen. So yesterday again the same thing happened, and it was going up and up, and finally closed again in the green yesterday. In fact, yesterday it has come closer to the all-time high. So at this point of time, if you see, the Indian Sensex and Nifty is very close to its all-time high, and just as those stones throw away probably. But then will that happen soon is something that we need to know. Of course, we will talk about it a little later. So let us try to understand what happened in the market yesterday after US market. In the US market after Indian markets closed. So we were awaiting a very important news from US. That's nothing but the FOMC, the Federal Monetary Policy Meeting details, which was out yesterday. The Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell came out and said that they have paused the rate hike for now. That's a great thing, which was kind of expected, isn't it? Yesterday morning also we discussed about this. But yesterday, if you remember, if you attended the podcast yesterday, I'm sure you'll remember this. We also spoke out one more thing. I told you that there are high chances the rate can be paused, and after the rates decision is made, the comments made by these Federal Reserve members would play a very important role. We also discussed what could be the expectation of the tone of this comment. Can you recall? Yes. We had spoken that it might be more of a hawkish comment, and that's exactly came in yesterday. What came in yesterday? Yesterday we could see a hawkish comment coming in from the Federal Reserve Chairman. So he, though the rates were paused, he did not say that they are going to pause it completely, and instead they had earlier planned a one more rate hike within this year, which is still pending, which they have paused for now. But then instead he came out and told that instead of one, they're going to have two more rate hikes. So earlier planning was one more rate hike, but now it is two more rate hikes in spite of inflation going down. Yesterday, the producer price index, that is the wholesale price index for India and US, came out, and both were lower than expectation and both were good. But in spite of all this, they don't want to go back from their plan, and instead they're going to have two more rate hikes. So from the plan of one rate hike, it's now two rate hikes. So that means 0.5%, 0.25% into 2, 0.5% hike is expected in this year. But then that could probably be the end of it. So as all these details started coming out, you should see the US market. In fact, tomorrow morning when I woke up and looked at the charts on the US market, as these comments were coming, the entire US markets actually fell down almost by 0.7 to 0.8%. From there, a big rally, as soon as the comments finished, a big rally in Nasdaq and S&P 500, which led to S&P 500 closing flat almost, but Nasdaq was up by more than 0.3%. So that was a great thing. Now what's happening? Of course, the tech stocks, Nasdaq, which was beaten down earlier, is now kind of trying to take support, probably, most probably, because see, all of us know, it's a known thing that the markets are not going to see much more rate hikes than probably two. So then it is time to actually buy the stocks. So this is our thinking. Now this is similar to most of what other good investors think or knowledgeable about the market. What happens is, during such situations, if you look at what happened after Corona, so as soon as that bull run happened, market started rallying up and up, news and media started talking big about it, and naturally a lot of investors got into it at the time of bull run. And I'm telling you, all those new members who joined into the market during the bull run lost money. I would say most of them would have lost money. Reason, emotionally, let me tell you this. I have seen this in the stock market. All those people who are invested prior to that during the market crash would have made beautiful money, and since they were sitting with great profit, they would have booked the profit and come out. But all those new members who entered into the market during the bull run would see about 10 or 20% profit, but before even they think of booking those profits, the markets have corrected. So they might be sitting with some decent profit, a decent a base profit, bar even some losses, it will not be surprises. So similar to that, if you want to be part of this bull run, you should be part of the invested part portion even before the bull run starts. So that's exactly what I am doing right now. Our MPI community, we are all invested and we are investing in stages just to ensure that we are ahead of others in investing. But then let me tell you again, I'm not a SEBI registered analyst and nobody can ever predict the market. But this is just my, you know, gut feeling with my experience in the market that we are going to see a beautiful bull run soon, probably in the next 2 3 years. So that's something which is kind of giving me the confidence to do it. Again, let me tell you, I am just sharing what I am doing. So you really don't have to follow it. So before you invest, you need to know what is most importantly risk management. And a proper risk management is what you can save, what can save you during a market crash. So if you want to know more about it, just connect with us. It's completely free of course. You can have an educational session with your financial planning. All you need to do is schedule your meeting with our team on our website at mpiinvest.com. Well, that's something about the market. Now moving on. So US markets have closed mixed, I would say. Dow was down, but S&P 500 and Nasdaq was up. In fact, if you look at Nvidia continued to rally yesterday also, and as on today, I think my investment in Nvidia is sitting at 220% profit. So of course, amazing returns there, and AI is of course probably the key for the next rally. So apart from that, if you look at the market right now, what is important to look at today for today is the expiry. So naturally, after a big bull run yesterday, the markets are supposed to have a consolidation with a slightly positive bias. So there might be, of course, expiry related volatility. So we may not actually expect the market to be, a consolidation smooth. But then, very important to know that after all this drama in the US, SGX Nifty is kind of in the slightly negative area. So the reason could be two things. One, Bain Capital is going to offload some investment from Axis Bank. So yesterday you see Axis Bank has set a new 52-week high, and probably they want to book some profit at this point of time. So that is something that's going to probably keep the stock slightly negative. And second thing important is focus on IT stocks. So JP Morgan has actually come out and told that this year IT stocks will not be performing great, and that is going to give some negativity to IT sector. Could be more of a knee-jerk reaction. We might see a gap down opening in IT sector, but then most of the investors are looking at buying IT beaten down stocks. So there are high chances that the IT can recover if it opens gap down as well. So these are things expected for the day. So when all these things cover up, what could happen in the Nifty is a big question. So this week, if you remember, I have not given any levels as such because we were waiting for this major event. Now that the event is over, I am expecting the market to kind of close within 18,500 to 18,900. So that is the expiry expectation. In fact, I have already taken some positions for next week as well. So this week also we are a decent profit for now in trading. But for investors, of course, most of the investors who are in MPI family who have been invested in the market for long are of course seeing the fruits on their portfolio right now, as portfolios are looking really good. So that's it for now. Let us see how the market expires. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button if you love the content that we share. And of course, share the podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. And if you want to learn or know something more about financial planning and investing, you can put your questions in the comment section and we would be answering that in the next podcast. Goodbye. Have a great day and a great expiry.